Leila, the Hong Kong 47 is a group of 47 pro-democracy activists here in the territory who have been charged with the conspiracy to commit subversion, a very serious crime here under the national security law, which is punishable by up to life in prison, and their trial begins today. This is the city's largest ever national security trial since Beijing imposed sweeping legislation in the wake of the 2019 anti-government Hong Kong protests. And among the 47, you have highly recognizable figures like Joshua Wong, the pro-democracy activist, also Benny Tai, the law professor, Claudia Mo, a former elected official opposition lawmaker here in Hong Kong. They earlier had pled guilty, and among the 16 or so who are pleading for their innocence is a former journalist. Her name, Gwyneth Ho. Again, what are they accused of? They're accused in organizing an unofficial primary vote in July of 2020. Previously, a similar event took place without incident in 2018, but when this vote took place, the Beijing liaison office said it contravened the law. And as we look at the videos of that primary vote that took place in 2020, I want to bring up this statement to remind you what China's top representative said about that vote, about this exercise at the time. They said this, quote, "With the support of external forces, opposition groups and leaders have deliberately devised plans to hold this so-called primary election, which is a serious provocation to the current electoral system and cause serious damage to the fairness and justice of the Legislative Council elections," unquote. Earlier today, there was a small group of protesters who were gathering outside the courtroom. One individual was holding up a banner that said, "Crackdown is shameless." Critics all over the world have said that the national security law here in Hong Kong is being used to stifle and to crush dissent and opposition. This statement was released last year by Human Rights Watch, and we'll bring it up for you. This is from its senior China researcher, who said this, quote, "Hong Kong's biggest national security case is wrapped in legal language, but it's just part of the Chinese government's relentless efforts to smother Hong Kong's democracy movement. The very real threat of life in prison for peaceful activism shows Beijing's utter contempt for both democratic political processes and the rule of law," unquote. Now, this is a landmark trial. It is expected to last at least 90 days, but the implications of this case are likely to linger for months, decades to come. Back to you.
Kristie, the trial, I understand, comes at a time when Hong Kong is actively seeking to rebuild its image and revive tourism with free plane flights. What are the implications of this case for the future of the city? I mean, the optics aren't really great.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, just last Thursday, there was a big press conference and the Hong Kong government announced plans to give away 500,000 free flights, free tickets to come to Hong Kong. A big splashy publicity push is underway to get people, to get visitors from both mainland China and all over the world to come back to the territory after years of isolation caused by COVID-19, by the zero COVID policy, and also by the 2019 Hong Kong protests. A number of travelers had stayed away. But with this case now underway and the international limelight on it, it draws attention again to the national security law. Critics say that this law has been used to suppress the local press, to suppress activism, opposition, and also to stifle civil society, once vibrant civil society here in the territory. But supporters, as well as the government, they continue to deny those claims, but supporters of the national security law say it ended the chaos of 2019 and restored order and stability to Hong Kong. Back to you, Leila.
Kristie Lu Stout reporting from Hong Kong. Thank you so much, Kristie.
Thank you.